Hello, everybody. Epic Mewtwo here with my boy Kayvon, as per usual. Say hello, my friend.
Hello, I'm here. I live here now.
We got a new news video for you today. That sounded really weird to say. We got a couple of things to cover. Some very interesting discussion to go over besides just flat out news. And I brought Kayvon along with me besides the fact that he's just always here because he plays global a little bit more than I do. So I want to hear his opinion on what we're going to be talking about today. He already knows what we're
Yeah.
talking about. Don't worry. All right, so V jumps have leaked to start us off here. V jump scans rather have leaked. There's a lot of cool information in them. I've
Oh
posted a
yeah.
little bit of it in the Discord. We got some Dokkan stuff. We got some Dragon Ball Super movie stuff for the end of the year. It's looking pretty good. So the first thing that we have is our brand new Dokkan Fest for next month. V Jump usually leaks this most of the time, and we get to see what it is. This is how we found out about Super
Actually,
Saiyan
it
Blue.
shouldn't. It actually might not be next month. It might be around the end of May. So
Oh,
even before
really?
next month. Yeah,
Okay, well
because if
that's
you
good.
go, what will be on the Reddit soon, if I'm right. But the translations from Koala-san say end of May. So around the end of May, beginning of next month.
Right here. I don't see that
Yeah,
in his translation. Oh, anime
at the
right
top.
there. Duh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Back on topic.
all right. So that's cool then. Either way though, it's gonna be a brand new future Gohan, as you can see, which is pretty cool. My man's has needed a new card since he came out.
Can we
um,
get an F for the tech one in the comments?
yeah, exactly. Also, he has two arms, which is kind of interesting. People were looking for the one arm one, but maybe they're doing that because it's too violent or
People are
whatever.
saying, yeah, people are saying in with the Japanese gacha market, it's not like recommended to show like dismembered limbs or whatever.
I mean, that
Yeah,
makes sense to me. I mean,
yeah, that's at least what I think.
that's just kind of, like
Yeah,
common sense marketing. But anyway, new future Gohan, so that's super dope. He's gonna be Fizz, and interestingly enough, he is, as you can see, our boy Koala-san is back. Woo! Clap it up for Koala. Forgot to mention that.
oh my god.
So he is going to be the future arc category leader, which is very
Now,
interesting.
I will say we don't know how this will work technically yet because we don't know if it'll specify characters that are in the future or characters that went to the future at a certain point. Like,
Right.
we don't know if this will count for Vegito Blues. If this counts for Vegito Blues, then rip.
I
Like,
mean,
we don't know if it'll count the Rosés, the Masus.
I
We,
would
we don't know
think
who it'll add yet.
I would think that it would count everyone besides like actual just plain old Goku and Vegeta, unless they pick out the ones from the Goku Black arc specifically. Like
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
we know everything from the original like future arcs, like
Like, who
future
knows? Maybe
Gohan.
the Int Blue Vegeta might be in the future category. We don't know because
Exactly.
his super attack is literally the one he used on Rose in
Yeah,
the
exactly.
show.
And then the STR Goku Black as well, or STR Goku Black. The STR Super Saiyan Blue Goku as well is the art is from the Goku Black
Yeah.
saga, or at least his SSR is. So we don't know on that yet. So that'll be interesting. Of course, I'll keep you guys updated when that stuff drops. That'll be a very interesting category to see nonetheless. As well, as you can see here in the little corner there, Tech Cell is finally getting his EZA. This guy is
Yep.
trash. So I'm glad he's
Oof.
finally getting his EZA to make him a lot better. And he is
Now,
going to be weak to the future category, which is kind of unfortunate because I know a lot of us were hoping it would be hybrid Saiyans, because of the whole Gohan and Cell fight. But I'm
yeah.
sure they're doing this just to coincide with the Gohan release.
But now remember, guys, your MVP for this, if it all goes according to plan, will be the Spirit Sword Trunks.
Right.
He will be the MVP of this event.
Which I have, thankfully, with a couple dupes as well.
I wish I had him. Hopefully, I can pull him on global one day, but who
Yeah.
knows?
But anyway, so he's gotten his EZA. The future category will be the super effective what do you call it? Will most likely be
Yeah.
the super effective type on Perfect Cell. So that's pretty cool. I'm very glad that we're gonna get him. I might go. I don't know how hard I'm gonna go for him. The category sounds really interesting to me. Like he's a character I'd be willing to
I'd say
stick.
if anything, maybe wait to see how the category looks, because one problem is that this Gohan being a super type might have just an extreme type team. Because it might have like Rosés, the Masus.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I got you. But yeah, so we'll have to see for that.
Yeah.
Like I said, we really don't know much about the card. When these V-Jump leaks, it's literally just a little bit of a teaser for us. We don't really get too much information. It's very just bare bones basics about what's coming up. Of course, when more information comes out, we'll let you guys know. So that's it for that. Very excited though for it.
I was gonna say, if we're talking about a bit of speculation for this, considering this guy's gonna be a Dokkan Fest and he will have a Dokkan event, we can assume that the physical Future 17 and the AGL Future 18 might finally Dokkan with this guy,
Which would be really cool.
and the SR Future Gohan might also Dokkan Awaken, so that this guy can become farmable.
I would even just love to see the tech one even get like another awakening.
He comes in LR, bro. I wouldn't mind that.
Cool. But anyway,
Yeah.
That's everything for Gohan that we got. So here's the next thing that we have, and this is going to be a lot more speculatory, not in terms of the actual solid info that we have, but in terms of how this relates to Dokkan. So let's pop over here. As you can see, this is a tweet from Yonko Productions. He is a very reputable person in terms of the the anime community and whatnot. And it, as you can see here, says that Dragon Ball Heroes is getting an anime, which you guys know I love Dragon Ball Heroes to death. Talk about it all the time. This is very exciting for me. I've always wanted this to happen, so this is like literally a dream come true for me. As you can see, we have a little bit more information about it here. Dragon Ball Heroes Universe Survival and Prison Plant arcs will be made into a RP anime. I think he just misspelled that because it should be PR anime. The first episodes of pre-screening will take place on July 1st at Ion Lake Town. I have no idea where that is. I'm assuming it's someplace in Japan. Although it's a PR anime, they'll mash a few episodes together in order to extend its length. And then as you can see too, Gogeta XV, he's pretty reputable from what I understand. And he's saying it is a PR anime and basically explains that it's just called a promotional anime. And it seems like they'll make a series of OVAs. So we don't really know, if this will be a full-fledged show, if it'll just be some OVAs. By the way, if you're unfamiliar with anime terms, Mr. Weeaboo, would you like to help me out with this one? You don't know what an OVA is? Well, I guess it's a learning experience for you too, as well.
I know what they are. I don't know what they necessarily stands for.
I forget what the term stands for. But if you want to think about it in like terms of what it actually is, as opposed to the actual,
I'm totally not going on Google right now.
Go ahead. But it's basically like a special, if you want to think about it that way. Like certain shows will get what's called an OVA, and it'll just be like a little special. It's not technically a movie, but it's not an episode in the show either. It's kind of something in between, like a little special.
That's what it stands for.
Go ahead.
Original video animation.
Right, there you go.
Simple.
Right, exactly. So like, One Punch Man has a few OVAs under its belt. My Hero might have a couple. I don't know. But either way, basically think about it in the way that it's like in between a movie and a special for a show.
Yeah.
So we'll
sometimes
see.
they can even jumpstart the production of a full-fledged anime.
Right, exactly. That too. Like JoJo, shout out to Hikio Rocky. JoJo got an OVA before it actually became an anime, kind of to test the waters with the anime market. So interesting that we don't know what it's exactly going to be yet, but we know it's going to be happening. Now, here's why we're even talking about this, besides the fact that I would tell you anyway because I'm excited about it. It does relate to Dokkan, and here's how. Besides the fact that JP will most definitely get more Dragon Ball Hero stuff, and I will most likely be emptying my wallet on that banner, this also means that Global could potentially have a better chance of getting either the new Dragon Ball Hero stuff, because I am almost 99% positive that we'll be getting new Dragon Ball Hero stuff on JP because of this. But here's the thing to keep in mind. If this does get localized, and I'm not talking, any fan subs or anything like that, like it has to be officially localized, they might bring this stuff to Global, because again, we've talked about this time and time again, why the Dragon Ball Heroes cards haven't come to Global yet. realistically, there's no actual like quote unquote official.
There's no monetary incentive for them to technically bring over the cards.
For like global audiences, because we don't have the Dragon Ball Heroes arcade machine. You know, we don't have any of the you know, anime clips like on an English YouTube channel.
I'm not a news channel.
Exactly. But but so that's why like it hasn't come out here, because there's no real monetary value. It could also be some copyright stuff going on in the background as well, but there's no real monetary value to be gained. Like even the Dragon Ball Heroes 3DS game is only in Japanese, and there's no, you know, like English market for it. Now obviously there's people who know about it, like me, and all of my subscribers should know about it by this point. But that's what I'm saying in terms of why they haven't brought it yet. So this would be a fantastic chance for them to bring this stateside, as well as just to the other global regions. If this does indeed get localized, then I'm pretty sure that we'll get the banner on global, which would be super dope, because I know a lot of people.
I could see, if anything, if this does come to global, like how many Heroes cards is usually in a Heroes banner?
Well, it depends. The first time, you know what? Let's go take a trip.
if I'm right, there were 2 Heroes banners on JP Kernel, like, so far, right? There was like the original wave, and then the one with like Darkness Toa, the Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, and Super Saiyan 3 Teen Gohan.
So here's the thing, though.
If anything, I could see them being put into like a single banner, just like sort of speed out that production before they release like a new one or something on global. You know what I mean?
And the original banner too, keep in mind, was like not as big just because there weren't as many characters. So here's the original one, right?
Yeah. No, that was the updated one.
Right. So, or sorry, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So these were 3 new units, right? The Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, the Darkness Toa, and the Super Saiyan 3 Gohan.
Well, actually, another thing about the other 4 are the old ones, aren't they?
Yes, they are. These are all
okay. So then they probably would just skip the first one, just bring that one if they were to bring Heroes to global.
Right, which would technically be Super Dragon Ball Heroes, because when the we'll scroll back a little bit. It's actually not too far, to be honest. But when the original banner came out, and if you don't know what the moniker of Dragon Ball Heroes versus Super Dragon Ball Heroes is, basically you can kind of think of it as Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball Super. It's basically just, you know, continuing the series. Here we go. Here's the banner. So as you can see, these were the only 4 units featured on the banner originally. Were there LRs on this banner? I don't think so. No, it was just the 4 SSRs, right? So that's the other cool thing that I really like about these banners too, is that the Heroes units, if we scroll back up here, were the only actual SSRs on this banner. As you can see here, this is just SRs in the rest of the pool. So Kayvon makes a very good point. If they do bring this stateside and they bring the old units, they'll most likely just bring this Super Dragon Ball Heroes banner, because I don't see them going back all the way. And even so, they might just put it under the moniker of whatever the anime's name is going to be. I'm assuming it's just going to be Super Dragon Ball Heroes and then whatever, you know, like arc they're covering. But we don't know yet. So this is all speculation, but I just kind of wanted to throw this out into the air, that this makes it a big possibility for global to be getting the Dragon Ball Heroes stuff, which is very exciting. I know a lot of global players have been really missing out on that, and honestly, I can understand. The cards on here are very good. Honestly, well, they're pretty good, but as much as I say that, what's kind of funny is almost like the most usable card, in my opinion, is Darkness Toa, because she's like amazing on Extreme Age.
Yeah, she's practically optimal on that team. Like, right. That's one thing global cannot say. Darkness Toa is one of the basically out of those units, the most like one that it's like sucks that it's not on global. Because you can live without Super Saiyan 3 Trunks and Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, and even with adult Gotenks, you could live without those guys, but Toa really like almost makes or breaks Extreme AJL.
Right, and she helps for so many different situations. I talked about that too in the Family Kamehameha video, how she was almost essential just because of her, you know, like we always call it the Whis passive, just because AGL Whis was kind of the first one to have it. Exactly, but the you know, when you're under 30%, it heals you 1 time, so it's like a free sensu bean, especially on EZA. That's helpful since, you know, you can't bring items.
Yeah.
But yeah, Either way, though, guys, that's everything that we got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video nonetheless. Go check out my boy Kayvon in the description as per usual. We actually just
Go
did a
check up
collab.
our collab, yeah.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
anything, we'll link those in the description, part 1 and 2.
There you go.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, we
Got 'em.
just did those. Those just went up today, so go check those out. Those were a ton of fun. I know a lot of comments have been saying that they really enjoyed watching those videos. And, of course, links to everything that you see on your screen now will be in the description as well. Otherwise, guys, that's going to do for the video. Hope you enjoyed, and have a good two out. Peace.
Later.